Dear students, good morning. Today we have to start a very important chapter of political science, that is power sharing. Whenever we talk about the power sharing, the word is clear, power shared. You see everywhere, even in your house, in your society, in your village, that either on any short term work or for a long term work, power is given to different person. That is known as power sharing. Like in your family, you see that some work is done by your father, some work is done by your mother, some work is done by your brother, some work is done by your sister, and they all participate themselves in the work of the family. That is known as power sharing. So, from root level to top level, that country which has shared power properly is successful, and if not, they get failure. Nowadays, UNO is working as world government. It has also shared the power. It has also given different function to different agencies, different organization. Nowadays, you see that WHO is in news. World Health Organization is working for corona, and it provides important information to every country. So what is that? This WHO is the agency of UNO. So wherever you see that such type of distribution of power is known as power sharing. You have been given two examples in your textbook. One is the example of Sri Lanka, and another is the example of Belgium. Do you know what is the basic difference between Belgium and Sri Lanka? Both Belgium and Sri Lanka, are a small country in the comparison of India. But here you see the example, because since 1956, since 1956, Sri Lanka is facing the problem of civil war. But Belgium has developed a federal structure and is a peaceful country. Why? Do you know? At first, we are going to describe the situation of Sri Lanka. Dear students, as you know, that Sri Lanka government had passed a rule in 1956 that is known as Majoritarian Act. Majoritarian Act. As per this rule, this act, all major decisions would be taken by majority of Sri Lankan people. And who are in majority? That is Sinhalese. What happened? Buddhist Sinhalese got all the power, and rest Muslims, Sri Lankan Tamils, Indian Tamils, they did not become the part of power sharing in Sri Lanka. Since that, a militant group developed in Sri Lanka named LTTE, Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. LTTE, Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, and it became the strongest militant group in the world. In this regard, I would like to inform you that in 1987, there was an agreement between India and Sri Lanka, and said India sent their IPKF, Indian Peacekeeping Force, to Sri Lanka, where Rajiv Gandhi was attacked by a Tamil military man of Sri Lanka. Later on, in 1991, that Indian peacekeeping force became a reason behind the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. So that militancy, that outfit was working regularly, and a civil war was started between Tamil and Sri Lankan government for years. It lost, due to this reason, even Sri Lanka lost its president, Ranjit Premdasa. So you can say Sri Lanka had to pay a big amount due to that Mediterranean. Only mistake was there that they implemented Mediterranean Act. If there were no Mediterranean Act in Sri Lanka, then I don't think that there would be any civil war-like situation in Sri Lanka. And officially till 2015-16, it continued as war-like situation there. Now there is another other example, accommodation in Belgium. Belgium is also a small country of Europe. Its capital is Brussels. Although it is a small country, but it has given respect to all languages which are spoken there. In Belgium, mostly two lingual people are there. They are Dutch and French. So, Constitution has given rights. Actually, it has given a unique model in all over the world, that they have given equal recommendation to equal membership to Dutch and French speaking ministers in central government. Okay. Then there are two regions earlier I have told you. One is Dutch spoken region and another is French spoken. So, which was the French spoken region? They were also given rights, whatever earlier had to central government. And Dutch spoken also were given special rights. So both Dutch spoken and French spoken had been given right. Now its capital is Brussels. So Brussels had separate government, and in that both Dutch and French had been given equal representation. Now, here was a question. In Brussels, there is more number of people are from the French spoken, but they accepted equal, because in central government, number of people were more from Dutch, but they accepted the similar membership. That's why there was no confusion at all, and this model was accepted by both Dutch and French. Apart from this, apart from the Dutch and French spoken in the central government, state government, and the government of Brussels, they made another one, that was community government. In that community government, members were represented from Dutch spoken, French spoken, and German spoken. It does not matter from which area or which locality they belong to. And this community government became very popular in Brussels. It became a role model for all those countries which have diverse language and diverse culture. Due to that, Belgium emerged as developed country. Now, you have two examples. One is Sri Lankan example, and another is Belgium's example. In Sri Lanka, you have seen that Sri Lanka adopted Mediterranean government. That's why Sri Lanka faced the civil war. But as far as Brussels is concerned, Belgium is concerned, it gave power sharing to its people, and there was peaceful situation. So, on this basis, you can say that power sharing is desirable, required for the stability, for the development of any nation, of any country. If any country wants its development, there must be stability. And for that stability, what is required? Power sharing is required. Now, there are two types of power sharing. One is prudential power sharing, and another one is moral power sharing. Moral power sharing, as it is clear, it is given on the basis of morality, as Government of India, President of India can nominate two members from Anglo-Indian community in Lok Sabha. It is the example of moral power sharing. It is the morality of our government, our president, to give representation to Anglo-Indian community. But as far as prudential power sharing is concerned, it is based on profit and loss, political profit and political loss, gain and loss. Did you? Like every time you might have seen at the time of election that almost in every political party is described on the basis of how many people have been given tickets on the basis of different caste, on the basis of different religion. All political parties are part of that. When they form the ministry, at that time it is also described how many Brahmins became the minister, how many Bais became the minister, how many minorities became the minister, how many Jadavs became the ministers. These all are described in that. So, that is known as prudential power sharing, and it can be seen in any democratic country. In any democratic country, you can see that type of power sharing. So, this is known as prudential power sharing, and there is a story in your textbook, Khalil's Dilemma. It is a story of Beirut, and I think you can read yourself, and if you have any problem to understand, you can put the question in group, WhatsApp group. Now, the types of power sharing, forms of power sharing. What are the forms of power sharing? In modern democracies, we see first, power is shared among the different organs of the government. As you know, that there are three organs of the government, that is legislature, executive, and judiciary. And at first, power is shared among these all three. As you know, that legislature means parliament, executive means our government, and judiciary means court. And they have been given scheduled assignment that what they have to do. That is the it means power is shared among the executive, judiciary, and legislature. Legislature, as you know that legislature makes the law, executive implements the law, and judiciary sees whether it is constitutional or not. And on this basis, you can say that power is shared among these all groups. Next is power is shared on different level of the government. As you know that there are two forms, central government, state government. And nowadays it has become local bodies like municipal corporation, Jila Parishad, District Parishad, Block Samiti, Gram Panchayat. These all are the example of local bodies. So power is shared among central government, state government, and local bodies. That is also the example of power sharing. As you know that it has been described in our constitution, union list, state list, and concurrent list. In union list there are 97 subjects, in a state list there are 47 subjects, in concurrent list there are 62 subjects. And one more is residuary powers. Residuary powers has been given to central government and concurrent on whatever subjects have been given in concurrent list, both state government and central government can make a rule. Next is power is shared among different social groups. Like you can give the example of Belgium, where power was shared on the basis of language. Power in India, you can see the reservation have been given to different caste and community. Like when our country became free, at that time scheduled caste, scheduled tribes had less representation in government job and parliament. That's why they have been given reservation. So that is on the basis of social groups. Next, fourth is power is shared on the among the political party, pressure groups, and different type of movement groups. As you know that power is shared, like when election takes place, one party is ruling party, one party or group of alliance, and other is opposition party. Ruling party works, implements the law whatever is passed by the parliament, and opposition party support or oppose as per their political agenda. So in this way you can see there are different organs in our government, like association of industries, association of teachers, association of students, and they also participate in these all activities, and so power is also shared there. Okay. So I think you might have understand this thing, and you might have done properly. Go through the chapters, and wherever you have any problem, you can just put the question in WhatsApp group, and you will complete the chapter as well as whatever question I am going to give you. Okay, thank you.